DRC, this is Tac 2.
This is Mushu.
And the legend formerly known as Jeremy from the Death Rattle crew.
And you're listening to Concede.
Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of Concede, a Hearthstone podcast. My name is Kenny, and I have my legendary co-hosts, Cora. I did it again. Say it again.
You mute. Hi, guys. Kenny forgets to
We just want you to say hello.
Every week.
Yeah, we want to say hello twice every show.
I'm just so happy to see you.
All right, and I also have a legendary co-host, Kevin.
Hi, Twitch chat. I'm your dank memer for this evening.
If you
or
can spell
dank
right.
dank memer.
Dank memer.
I don't believe Kenny said I typed it wrong to him, but I don't believe.
I don't think you would.
I really wouldn't.
I wish I had it still on my chat, because normally I keep that stuff up. It doesn't matter.
Spell that wrong.
I guess it does matter.
It matters. It matters.
All right, and then also we have our first guest. We have our legendary co-host guest, Shupe. Shupe, how you doing?
Doing well. Hello, everyone.
Welcome to Concede.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so let's get to know Shupe a little bit. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Maybe some listeners or even some of the live people in chat don't know who you are. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you got to be where you're at.
Sure. So long history in competitive games and in Blizzard games. Was very into World of Warcraft PvP back in high school. Ran my college's chess team and got national title of expert, which is wonderfully meaningless. Like, you say you're a chess expert and no one knows what you're talking about. I think you just made up a term to describe how good you are. But it actually means something, I swear. But after college, I sort of toned down my chess and started getting into Hearthstone, started with Arena, as I'm sure it did for many of you. First hit Legend last October. Played some ESL tournaments, did well on those, and just decided to push myself and see how far I could go. I've been a member of Team Vicious Syndicate for, 7 months now? Somewhere around there. And about 4 months ago, I quit my job as a software developer, and I've been doing Hearthstone full-time.
Nice. That was a nice, short, little summary of everything you've been doing. That's pretty good. So, quick question about chess. Now, is it what a lot of people say is playing chess is a lot of memorization, or is there a lot of strategy behind it where there is... I don't know. Maybe you could elaborate.
So, playing you can achieve the same rating through a lot of different methods. I love the memorization aspect. I love researching different openings, trying to figure out what premeditated approach is the best to the game, and then learning the positions that result from a given opening very well, so I can convert that advantage. But other players will just sort of play a very neutral opening, not try to gain an advantage and try to outplay the opponent in the middle game. So definitely don't let people tell you that chess is all about memorization. It's one of many routes you could take to get good.
Yeah, definitely. It's very in-depth, I would think. I haven't done any more than just playing casually against people I know in person.
I'm sorry, guys, but it appears we've lost Kevin Cookies, and in his place we have our special guest, Poker Douche. If everybody wants to give him a warm welcome.
We're close to Halloween.
Is complete.
Gotta give the people what they want,
I will say that I did dress up for the occasion. I got my BlizzCon jacket and Hearthstone shirt on, so I'm announcing.
Wearing some Halloween socks.
There you go.
Just trust me.
I'm wearing a shirt that supports a company I have no affiliation with.
There you go.
selling out, but like not for any benefit. Selling out.
Lols.
So, how many times have you hit Legend, Shupe?
So last October, so 13 plus maybe 6 if we count EU as well.
Oh, nice. Have you done Asia yet? Or attempted to do 3?
I mostly got an account on EU to play tournaments there. The ladder there is substantially harder. I considered getting an account on Asia just for like easier ladder points, but didn't end up doing it.
Cool. Also, not many people know what classes you like to play unless they check you out on your stream. But what classes do you like to play, and has that changed recently since the meta's changed?
Sure. So always loved Paladin mid-range, never aggro. I'm sure some of our viewers will be disappointed, but always mid-range. And some of our casters. Always loved Handlock. That was actually the first class I hit Legend with, like, in the middle of the Undertaker Hunt metagame. That was fun. Recently, a lot of Patron Warrior. Like, even after the nerf, I love that deck. Some degree of Hunter, and I still have a soft spot. Some Druid, and I still have a soft spot in my heart for Mech Shaman.
Nice. Any other questions you guys may have for Shupe? Cora?
How did you get your battle tag? How did you become Shupe?
It's been a battle tag for a while. Are you familiar with Shupe to Whoop?
I am.
Yeah, I just thought that was really funny when I first started giving myself screen names because I was not 24 at the time. I was younger. I'm just stuck with it.
Yeah,
It's a good reason.
I've already named the show You Make Me Want to Shoot. So, plan on that.
Cool.
That's a good one. That's a good one, Kenny.
Awesome. Yeah.
Cool. So let's get back to some of our co-hosts. So Cora, what have you been up to outside of the game?
Yeah, the usual. School this week was incredibly stupidly busy. I'm a music minor, so I'm in choir. It's like a requirement for scholarships. So it's pretty boring, but we had a couple concerts this week, which was kind of fun. So now I get a couple days off, which is nice. And yeah, so I'm actually home early because I had classes canceled tomorrow. So this is my beautiful dining room. Those are blinds that lead to the outside, except it's dark out right now. So yeah, kind of a new setting, which is kind of cool. I'm usually doing the podcast from my dorm room. Yeah, so it's been a good week. Been a little bit more relaxed, which is nice. I needed it.
Nice. And how about you, Kevin?
My week has been stupidly not busy. I have done nothing this week. I'm just chilling, which is good timing, I guess, with the Hearthstone stuff coming on, and I got a lot of plans for this Halloween weekend with the League World Championships, and I have a bunch of friends coming up for the weekend too. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But yeah, I've just been chilling. My life's been boring. I started rewatching Yu-Gi-Oh on Netflix. So get that Heart of the Cards power.
Yes.
Yeah.
The power of friendship is guiding you in all of your endeavors.
Exactly. Yeah. See, Cora gets it. So
Watched a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, guys.
yeah. So yeah, I have nothing exciting on my end really.
And how about you, Poker Douche? What have you been up to?
I'm robbing all the fish
All
all
right.
day long.
How about Shupe? Shupe, what have you been up to this week? You got anything interesting happening in your...
Yeah, I would say the two major things are I started playing Heroes. I'm entirely new to MOBAs, so like still getting some of the fundamentals down, but I'm having a good time so far. Definitely see how there's a lot of depth there to still be explored. I guess I also helped Phone Tap prepare for the qualifier that he played on Wednesday, so that was some fun work. And then, so my specialty in computer science is like data, so databases, machine learning, AI. So there's been a flurry of like companies announcing like new cool projects in that space. So I've just been like reading up a lot on the recent work. That's been really fun too.
Nice. Cool. Well, me, I've actually been up to pumpkin carving. I've actually maybe I could show you guys. I actually finished it today. I showed Kevin because I was wondering what should I put for the part of it here. Let's see if I can move it up. Here we go. So now on stream you can see it. I don't know if you guys can, but it's a secret paladin. And I was asking.
Gonna have a really delayed reaction to this.
Yes. So it's Doctor Six, is what I ended up putting instead of trying to fit Uther Lightbringer on the name part of it. So yeah, so I actually submitted that for the pumpkin carving contest with Blizzard. So I've been working on that a lot. I've been working on the stream. I got connected with other podcasters and tried to get the video set up and just finishing the overlay, getting everything done outside of the game. I haven't had much time to play, although I really wanted to get to Legend this month, but it's looking less and less like it's going to be a possibility. We'll get to how I did on ladder later, but shall we go ahead and go into the news?
Holy shit, Kenny, that's awesome.
I wish I had those kind of skills.
Yeah.
You even made all
That's
the little
amazing.
question mark pumpkins? Kenny, that's insane.
Yep. I started yesterday afternoon. I started working on the Uther part, but yeah, and then it took me forever to find the other pumpkins, the small ones, the little like pumpkin pie, sweet pumpkins, I guess. Just to make them as the secrets. I had this idea, and this is, if you remember 3 episodes back, I said I had a great idea, awesome idea I can't talk about now. It's because I didn't want other people to think about it and try and do it.
It was none of our business.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
at the time.
I tried to do a cat, except I messed up so badly, I ended up having to just get rid of it all, and now there's just a pumpkin with a giant circle in it. It's literally just a pumpkin with a hole.
I'm gonna help
I need to make a cat.
my stepson make his. It's gonna be really easy. He wants to use a creeper or make a creeper from Minecraft. So it's just gonna be a bunch of squares and a pumpkin. But yeah.
What are the prizes? Because that's awesome.
It's a plushie of I want to say I'm thinking patchwork. It's not patchwork. It's oh my gosh. I even have him level 9 on heroes. What is the Stitches? Yeah, that's what it is. So Stitches is a plushie Stitches, and then it's also like a certain type of skin for Heroes of the Storm.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, good luck. That is the coolest
I had
pumpkin I've seen.
I had one last year. Maybe I'll repost it on Twitter. I did a Tyrael last year and tried submitting it. I didn't even get an honorable mention, but I was pretty proud of it. But so yeah, let's go ahead and go into the news this week. All right, so we're actually at the end of October now, so make sure you get to rank 20 so you can get your new card back. A lot of us don't even have to think about it anymore. It just kind of is there. Yeah, so that's news. Let's see. We also have BlizzCon's actually going through a charity auction with the Children's Hospital of OC. So check that out. That's coming up and ends in November. They're auctioning off some artwork and stuff that's going to benefit the hospital. So check that out. And then mainly everything has been esports news. So let's have our guest talk about it first. You want to talk about Challenge Stone first, Shupe? I know you mentioned you knew who won, but did you get a chance to check it out at all?
Nope.
Okay, let's move on to Cora. I really like Challenge Stone though. It's very unique, and I like the deck building part of it and the different rules. It kind of changes things up, and also the consequences for not following the rules. Cora, you want to cover it this week?
Yeah, I can't remember what the official name of it was. I think it was like the Grand Experiment or something. I can't remember the official name. But it was basically the rules where you can only use epic and legendary cards, as well as all TGT cards were available. So it was basically like really wanted to focus on the TGT set, and then you could take epics and legendaries from other decks and throw them in. So it was really really good variety this time. I thought it was really cool. You saw a lot of Millhouse Mana Storms, which
Yeah.
is kind of surprising because there weren't a lot of like insane spells that came from TGT. So
Well, what happened? That was one of the bad cards they actually replaced. So if they didn't have a card that was part of the TGT, then they would replace it with Millhouse and
yeah, that was like the first hit
Yeah.
or something. It was like the first penalty, but it actually ended up working really well, which was like surprising. So
Yeah.
I didn't catch a lot of it. I caught the first round, and then I caught the final match when Firebat won. So I'm gonna actually have to go back and check out some of the VODs. But I really liked this one. I thought this one was really cool. This was the fourth one. I'd say maybe the first or second was probably my favorite, but I liked this one too. This
Cool.
was a good one.
You want to mention who won?
Firebat. Firebat, of course. The world champion for another few days is now also the Challenge Stone 4 champion. So he's got something to fall back on now. When,
Yeah.
World championship is not his anymore.
It's in the past. He's already been there, done that.
Yeah, he's moving on to bigger and better things.
How cool would it be if like he was still in BlizzCon, and like I think it would be really cool if he made it to Worlds again. I don't know.
You think he would be doing Challenge Stone if he was still in it?
Oh no!
Oh God, no!
Yeah.
Hell no!
No.
No. He wouldn't have. I don't even think he would have been in the Streamathon
Mhm.
either. The Play It Cool marathon.
Oh, yeah,
I don't think he would have done that either. Even though that was like weeks ago.
Especially with the way he prepares. No.
Yeah. So, have you guys heard about Zixo's kind of how he's been doing in tournaments lately? Have you checked that out? Basically, he's 13-2 or something for the month of
I think
October.
he went 6-1 in something today. I think he's been on like a huge hot streak.
Yeah, he tweeted out a tweet that gave this really like small number of like what it would take to win a top 32, 16, and 16, and then another 8 or something like that. So for invitationals, he's won all of those, and then just the possibility. It's like winning the lottery. Like how much of a chance you have of doing that. That seemed very impressive. And he's
0.00015 or something. I remember it being like a really small number. Like, I mean, there's got to be some luck involved, but I mean that's insane.
Cool. I want to move on to also the BlizzCon tournament. Have you guys checked out the BlizzCon tournament? Do we want to talk about what we've seen? I guess let's just go. A lot of people are watching it live. If you haven't seen it, maybe tune out for a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna be talking about who's still in it, the losers bracket, and so forth. Shupe, let's go with you first since you're our guest.
I didn't catch too much of it today, but that purple Nyria match was one of the best matches I've ever seen. Like Game 5 nail biter, really intricate play with combo decks, combined with like some very well-timed top decks. Did other people see it?
Was that the purple rogue game
Yeah.
versus Nuria's Secret Paladin? Yeah. Twitter exploded.
The Freeze Mage one before that was epic because he was like toast, and then he just top decked like 4 perfect things in a row. It was hilarious. I was making fun of the U.S. to my roommate because they suck at most games, and then they're supposed to be really good at Hearthstone. And I was like, all the NA people all the North American people are losing, but
All but one.
So,
Yeah.
It's because we stack our decks.
not two, no. I mean, Purple Drink's still in it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
the jab. Did you guys see the jab game?
With
I saw somebody made a fan card that said like make your opponent misplay and then top deck perfect lethal. Like something must have happened that was insane.
It was perfect.
No tomorrow, like he left up jab shredder for no reason.
Yeah.
And
It was like at 1 HP.
It was 4. Yeah, it was 4 and 1.
Miracle fireball.
Yeah, Fireball.
Jab did that against Trump too. When Trump
He,
this is the second time.
you could tell he felt bad afterwards because they interviewed him and they said, "What?" They asked him about it, and he said, they were asking how he was playing, and he was like, "I feel lucky," basically. But yeah, you could tell. I like seeing all the interviews too, and seeing, getting to know them a little bit better, and then kind of know what their personality is a little bit better too.
Oh, Hearthstone.
Yeah. So who ended up getting knocked out today? No, it was Naria and Nias.
Nice.
No tomorrow.
No tomorrow.
Love CX too.
Love CX. Okay. Yeah, those are the 4 who are out. They still get like $5,000 each, I think, which is nice, especially since Nias just had. Yeah, it's like $5,000 each, and then Nias actually just became a father. I don't know if you heard about that, Kenny.
Yeah.
Him and his girlfriend just had a daughter.
Just bought a house too.
Well, then the $5,000 is gonna help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I'm sure that.
But like,
Go ahead,
I've
shoot.
been really unconvinced by Mage throughout this entire tournament. Like, it seems to be struggling. Like, Freeze Mage seems to be struggling even against the decks it's meant to beat. And, like, I guess Jab's the only one who brought Tempo Mage, if I recall correctly, but that hasn't done so well either. Like,
Oh, hot form.
the reason the series was at. Oh, how did his do? I remember, like, the reason Jab was at game 5 in that match was that he went up 2-0 and then his Tempo almost got reverse swept.
I think Hot
Yeah.
Forms lost once, but it took the next game, so it was okay.
The thing about Jab's list too is that he got good. It's not like he got really bad curves. Like he had good early games and it still just kind of like didn't perform, which is kind of weird because that deck has performed in the past.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's like an RNG style type deck, but still like it's been pretty good. It was pretty good throughout the America Championship, but I don't know.
Like, the whole
guess.
point is that the meta has shifted from, like, Handlock 3
Right,
and Patron,
yeah.
which are, like, all super Tempo Mage favored. Maybe not Patron, people can argue, but, like, now that people are bringing fewer of those decks, possibly still Druid, but it's not really clear why there's still any Tempo Mage, or what role it has in those lineups.
Cool.
They both made it through, so I guess it did what it was supposed to. We'll see if it can against the other more competitive deck styles in the next set. Did both the Rogue players make it?
I think there were I was about to
2 of
bring it up.
3.
I think there
were
was 3,
Yeah.
right? Who
Yeah,
was
the
third?
3. Two of them.
It
Who was it?
Kaka, Purple, and who was the third? I can't remember. Do you guys remember?
I don't remember the third.
It was
I
another winner.
didn't see Osaka's match. I was mad about that.
It was another winner. Someone in the winner's bracket.
Shoot, I'll have to look that up.
Don't
I
remember.
liked Kranich taking down Life Coach. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Europe is so like heavily favored in this Worlds. I think it'd be really cool to see someone like well, I'm rooting for Hot Form obviously, but I think it'd be cool to see someone like Pin Ping Ho or like
Yeah.
No take it or Kranich. Yeah.
Did Tice win both of his matches?
Well, they played one because the
It was just 1-3-0.
Yeah, the winners
Okay.
like they didn't play their second.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's some strong people who made it through. I think the biggest surprise and the ones who got knocked out was probably Naria, but
Yeah. I feel like it's typical Nyria fashion, like for him to get like to get
really
screwed
close.
over.
Yeah.
Like he's like
Yeah.
one of the best. He is like I love Nyria. I think he's like one of the best. But again, I don't say that lightly, and I feel like he just always like. I don't know. It seems like he always gets screwed over. I don't know. But
Well, anyway,
the-
there's still a couple days till BlizzCon.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
why
and
the
then,
other Rogue player is Hot Form.
Hot Form, yeah.
Oh, of course.
oh right, yeah, that's
Hot
right.
Form brought the Mage and the Rogue.
Forgot about Oh, okay.
What was
Oh,
his
yeah,
third
did you guys-
class?
Did you guys see Ping Ping Ho's Shaman too?
Yeah.
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 His 31. 31 Bloodlust.
Who was it that had the perfect 6 damage crackle? The
The
60
other
years-
shaman.
It was the other mech shaman, yeah.
First
Oh shoot,
finder.
I can't remember his name. I think it was against Naria that he did.
Zihao?
That was earlier today. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't.
I have the list up here. It was Zihao who was the other shaman player, unless this list is wrong.
Oh,
It wasn't Zihao.
Unless there was 3 shamans.
Shots.
Were there 3 shamans?
I thought there were only 2.
I don't think it was Yao. I could be wrong, but I thought it was like.
No, because Zia was in Naria's group. The Purple, Penfico, and Naria Zihao were the 2 first matches in that group.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. I was probably getting ready for class at the same time, so I was a little distracted. Yeah, but whatever it was, they had like perfect damage with like a spell damage crackle and a lava burst, and it was really, really lucky, but it was a really cool game. So the shamans were fun.
I just attempted to post the class table link in chat and failed.
Oh yeah,
Correct.
I need to add you guys. That's true. I should have done that beforehand.
Mod status, boy.
I'd pull it up, but your videos would cancel here.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I can edit. This is pretty sad. Let's see. I can add. Oh well, we'll do it for next next one.
Fair enough.
We'll add it to the show notes then. Oh, let me see if I can.
Yeah,
moderate.
we can do that later.
Yeah, we'll do it another time. I don't want to waste
It
our
was
time on the show.
Daimang. Daimang? He might not have been playing Kriya, but it was Daimang. He was playing Shaman.
Okay.
Alright.
I knew it wasn't Zihao.
All right. So let's go ahead and go into the meta, basically, with the Grand Tournament.
It's the Grand Tournament!
All right. Shupe, you want to go ahead and fill us in with what you've been up to in-game lately, what you've been seeing?
Sure. Legend Europe with Aggro Druid, Legend North America with a mix of mid-range Paladin and the new Patron. Really excited to try out the new Patron build that Teppo Saiyan was playing recently. Cut Berserkers, add Pyromancers. Like, generally heavier, you have Ragnaros in addition to Grom. Just trying for more of a control style and acknowledging that, like, Thralding is great when it goes off, but it might be a little optimistic. And the Pyromancers make it a lot more versatile against aggro. The meta I've been seeing has done a lot of, like, control/fatigue warrior. And, like, I'm amazed how often you run out of fuel against them, even as mid-range Paladin, which is normally considered one of the best matchups. Chat convinced me to put in Hogger over my Justicard, which certainly didn't help.
Nice. I
But
agree.
it's got great
Go
flavor.
Hogger.
Yeah, it's all for the fans. That's why we do this. So.
Especially on stream, yeah. All right. And Kevin, how about you?
I was it's funny, Shupe. I was actually playing a Gelbin Mechatork Priest earlier. That was pretty fun. It didn't actually do anything. It was a good time. I have just been chilling on ladder. I actually went to do a tryhard session today. I played some Druid, and then I got bored of that, so I stopped and played more Fatigue Warrior. And then after that, I actually started Freeze Mage, which I'm actually having a lot more fun with it than I thought. So my buddy LBYS has been trying to help me, even though I have no skill. But I've been trying. It's fun.
Cool. And how about?
That's about it for me.
Yeah, I know you mentioned you
You
weren't.
have all the skill. Don't doubt yourself.
Please.
Got the skill. Poker Douche has the skill too. Channel him.
Just don't care. All right. And Cora, what about you? What have you been up to?
I finally managed to hit Legend this month.
And with what?
So it was my 15th time hitting Legend. I hit it 2 days ago, so I think like the 27th. With, and you're gonna find this really funny, Kevney. I hit it with Patron Warrior.
Yeah.
After successfully avoiding playing any Patron Warrior for the entire time it was relevant, I waited until they nerfed Warsong Commander, and then I played Patron. And it worked. And it was really good. So yeah, I did it was like a Patron control warrior sort of hybrid, which was really fun. And yeah, it got me from like 4 to legend in a day.
Nice. Cool. And then
That new patron deck is pretty cool. I liked it too. It's a lot of fun.
It's similar. I played one similar to Zixo's, but I changed a couple things around. But yeah, it was really fun.
all right. And as far as me, I actually have been tilting. I was at rank 5. I went all the way down to 7, just playing aggro druid and some secret pally. But then I started playing Zulok, and let's see here. Started playing Zulok all the way back up to rank 5, and then I went from rank 5 to 4 in the playing Secret Pally. So real quick, Kevin, how do you go ahead and do that?
That's not mine.
No. How do you want me to?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the. Sorry, say the question again.
No. I'm talking about Twitch chat.
Oh.
How do you want me to? How do I do that? I don't even know.
Right click,
Hey.
type /mod followed by username.
Okay, there we go.
You can just click on the username and hit OP user. It's okay, Kenny. We'll teach you.
There we go.
Hey guys, did you know apparently I Magic Gaming my account and had a guy get legend for me 15 times?
So you're Magic Gaming.
That's the trick. Nobody
does
knows.
does that mean you're William Blaney?
Am I Tare?
Oh yeah, Tare. I forgot about
Am I
Tare.
Tare? I think
Yeah.
I'm just Tare.
All right, so I added.
Can I
Sounds
change my
legit.
battle tag to Love Magic Gaming?
So wait, which one of us is William Blaney then?
That's
Do I
gotta
get to be
you.
Jab? Do I get to be Jab? No. Okay.
If you can be Jab if you want, that's totally fine. There's too many people
Alright, I'll
involved
be
in
Jab.
this. For
Shots
we're gonna need to
fired.
broaden our scope. Shupe, who do you want to be?
Hey, who are you gonna be shooting? Wait,
Alright.
so you're Tare.
Thank God.
Does that mean Shupe
Tare.
can be Magic Gaming?
I think you'd make a
Who's Mag-
swell Magic Gaming Shupe.
Yeah, I
And
think
then
Shupe
Kenny
would
can be Raynad, and then somehow we'll make this work.
All right, there we go, Kevin. You're all set. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the meta snapshot. You already started taking a look. Have you guys see the difference between last week and this week? I'm pulling it up right
You
now.
have a swordie.
Yay, Swordy! I love Swordies. What? You asked a question, Kenny. Sorry.
Yeah, the meta snapshot. Have you guys had a chance to check it out?
Oh, the meta snapshot.
Yeah, we have Secret Paladin, Aggro Druid, and Mid-Range Druid on Tier 1.
Yeah, that's I don't think that surprises anyone. Secret
People are
Paladin,
underestimating.
Druid.
I haven't
Underestimating
seen like hardly. I haven't seen hardly any mid-range druid.
Patron is still it's number 10 in the Tier 2, so I think it's going to be moving up, I think. I don't know if do you think it's top tier, Shupe?
I think it's top tier. I mean, like, look at recent Legend attempts with it. People get to, like, rank 3, rank 1 pretty regularly. Look at, like, Zixo's record with it in tournaments, plus the fact that, like, everyone banned it against him in tournament because they were so scared of it. I think it's still tier 1.
Yeah.
Especially given the current tier 1.
Yeah. Have most tournaments moved back to that ban format? Because I haven't played in a tournament like forever.
Just recent ones because they're not BlizzCon, not giving out BlizzCon points or anything, kind of going away from it, I think. That's what I've noticed.
I feel like Hearthstone nowadays like kind of needs a ban. You know. I don't know. I like the ban format nowadays. I think it was different.
Did you guys
back
watch the?
a year ago.
You guys watched the last year standing tournament?
The last year standing.
I heard about it. I didn't watch it.
Esports Arena?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was really cool.
I didn't see it.
It's kind of nice
It's
to
just
switch
so
it up.
strange it's like, I'm sorry. I was just gonna say it's something. It's so strange that something that was like the format and was so common just a year ago gets all the hype because we don't see it anymore now. So it was kind of cool that it's so novel when it was so common.
Yeah.
I think a variety of formats is healthy for the game. Like forces players to do some mid-season innovation, even like when they understand the matchups, how you factor that into different formats. Um, like I remember when like Assembly being Conquest with one ban in the middle of a season that was all Conquest brought out some really cool deck ideas from people. Life Coach with his Patron Warrior with Clockwork Giants.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Man,
I do remember
never
that.
forget.
Always
Never-
remember
never-
Life Coach.
Never forget the clock.
But I don't know if I'd put the Patron Warrior tier 1 right now, but it definitely, I would say, is strong against the Secret Paladin and the Aggro Druid. So I don't know, maybe put it tier 1 just because it seems to counter slightly the other tier 1 decks, but it's kind of hard to say. It doesn't have the armor gain that the Control Warrior does, so it's a little bit weaker to the Hunters and the Mages. But definitely still strong.
I'm just ready to jump on the Freeze Mage hype train. Freeze
Do it.
Mage Master Race. I believe in LBYS.
Make LBYS so proud of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna make him proud of me. Just kidding. That's kind of hard. I don't actually play well.
The other
deck needs another pilot like Patron for people to see how powerful it is. Because I think like everyone's been going through the games and putting out these various minor misplays that could have led to different evaluations. And like if someone pilots it as well as people used to pilot Patron, then I believe it could have the win rate, but I haven't seen it yet.
The other thing to also keep in mind too is the meta snapshot's more of not only what's good but what's played a lot of, like the majority of what's being played. So it's probably just climbing up just because not that many people are playing, and it's starting to pick up speed. So I think we'll see them definitely bring Patron Warrior back up a little bit further. That's what I think. Let's see. You guys want to move on to the YouTube video that Firebat actually... Kevin, you want to talk about that?
Okay. So I actually found this video. Oh, hang on. Let me link it in the Twitch chat if no one has already. But basically it was just a video of Firebat talking about like the direction that Hearthstone is going with their changes and stuff, and that they're valuing minion combat so much that because they're eliminating all like combos from the game, he's saying that it's kind of unhealthy for Blizzard to make it all about minion combat, because then the only like real strategy is just to play the strongest statistical minion, and that's just kind of like stale. It's a general idea. So and I agree with him myself, but I'm curious to see what you guys have to say about that. I figured it'd be a cool little discussion.
Shupe, you have any ideas on that? Did you get a chance to watch it, or just...
Yeah, I was talking about it earlier with some friends who are very into game design, and I'm just 100% on board. I miss combo decks. I think the battles between combo and minion-oriented decks are some of the most interesting in the game, and I feel like we're not getting that as much anymore.
And you, Cara?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like it's nice to have a game that has a balance between the different types of decks, and if we're just going to be seeing strict minion combat, then it's not as exciting. It's not as cool for people to learn, just one variant of deck, and then, obviously the different classes, but still, then they sort of all have the same goal. So with the combo deck, it's got, a higher learning curve, a higher play curve, and they're usually more difficult. So obviously Patron had the highest skill cap in the game. Removing something that has a high skill cap and also brings variety to the game, I think it hurts it overall. Obviously, it needed a nerf, but hopefully in the future they'll give us something that gives a little bit more of that flavor and a little bit more of the high skill level, which I think we all actually really like.
Yeah. I feel like it kind of takes like innovation out of it a little bit. You know what I mean?
That's what I was going to mention.
I feel like I love Hearthstone, but I think it takes a little of the skill out of the game too. Like a little bit.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, because it makes it easier for people to play. Like you'll understand.
Right.
It lowers the skill cap a little bit more, so more people are going to be accessible to this type of play. But like you mentioned, Kevin, I was going to say innovation or the creativity of different decks, like Shupe was saying, the combo decks and just the randomness of those, or even the RNG decks. It's what makes things interesting. And the other portion of this that Blizzard should keep in mind too is what's fun to watch, because a lot of people watch Hearthstone and not only just play it, but you got to think about what's fun to watch. If you have these menu based games, it's not as fun to watch. It's more predictable. It's less fun to watch. So that's my only point I wanted to mention. You were going to continue, Kevin?
What? Oh, I have a curious question for you guys. What would you guys think if they changed the starting health from 30 to 40? And like obviously they would like tweak cards like Molten Giant or like stuff like that. But like, it was a thing I saw on the Reddit, and I was just kind of piqued my curiosity a little bit.
The first thing that comes to mind for me is maybe down the line, not right now, but way down the line when power creep is an actual thing, where they're running out of ideas how to kind of sidestep the problem. And when they're starting to go up, then maybe they'll have to raise the health pool. But that's my initial reaction. Shupe, you have any ideas?
Like, so that does give decks a little more time to assemble combos, but unless you have the tools to like 10 damage at certain points in the game is 1 turn. So unless your deck was already getting like 1 turn off, it doesn't make a huge difference. Like, I'm sure we can all think of games where we could have had 20 extra health and it wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. At the same time, though, that kind of gives me hope for decks like Shaman, which are so board dependent that they end up falling behind on health, and maybe, even just like the extra 10 points of health, throw a healing wave into the deck, and then you have board control by that point, and then you can help, push ahead eventually. So maybe it would even strengthen minion-based decks more.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's interesting. I haven't really thought about it that much.
Yeah, it was just kind of like out of curiosity, what would you guys think, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know. I would like. I am a big. I think that Blizzard should take a different kind of approach. Honestly, I don't know. I feel like they're trying to go more towards the accessibility and like more people can play the game. But I don't know. I personally would like them to gear the game more towards competitive. But that's just me.
Yeah, and I mean, these are all things they can test in the Tavern Brawl first, which would actually be pretty fun to see, I guess. They can, like the Rat was saying, make deck size bigger, make health pool larger, do things like that. So I think that'd be kind of cool if they tried them out there. Like they were going to do like co-op mode or something like that. Maybe give us a little taste of it and then see how people react to it, see how it really does work. So that'd be kind of cool, I think.
Ooh, the Rat had an interesting idea in the Twitch chat. He said, "What if you double deck size, like in other card games?"
That would be something you'd have to think about too. Is if you raise the health, then with what you have now, you have to be able to reach killing your opponent before fatigue. I don't know. Do you think that our decks have the possibility to keep up with that? Or they would need to increase the deck size as well?
I almost would like to see, because like in Yu-Gi-Oh, you have like a maximum of like 50 or 60 card deck, but you have to have like a minimum of 30. So usually you want to keep it at 30 so you can get to your best cards quicker, but if you want to put more cards in, you can. So maybe almost that possibility of you can keep it small for something like combo decks who want to get to their cards faster, or you can make it bigger for a minion-based deck who just needs more power in the long run. So maybe something like that with a little bit of card variation would be kind of cool.
Wow, Mill Deck's OP, guys. Mill Rogue tier 1.
So I
Ready.
beat my mid-range paladin with Milrogue on stream the other day. It was so bad.
God.
Exact
awesome.
lethal. I got him to 1 and he had exact lethal.
I forgot I was watching someone stream who was playing Fatigue Rogue as well, or not Fatigue Rogue, but Mill Rogue. It's very interesting. It's a good deck.
Too.
Yeah, but
Control Fatigue Rogue. I guess you might as well just play Mill.
Dog was playing like a tempo control rogue today.
that's
was he?
yeah, that's who
Yeah.
I was watching. It was Dog.
He was getting up high. He was like in the 300s
Yeah.
with like Burgle, Undercity Valiance, Anubarak. It was really cool. Yeah, it was just like the minion based rogue.
I played a deck like that. I made a deck like that a couple days ago, but it sucks. Maybe I'll have to take a look at his and see if I can do a little better.
The worst part of my Mill Road game was that I played Murloc Knight at Hero Powered, and it summoned Cold Light Oracle, and then he ganged up my Cold Light Oracle.
Oh no.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and move into our interview section. Let's dive a little bit deeper into getting to know Shupe.
Whoa, you're the most heavy metal thing I've ever seen!
I think that's more fitting for the interview section than what our competitive
Did you know
test.
that you're the most heavy metal thing that we've ever seen?
Yes, I did.
You passed the first question. So go ahead and let us. Well, how did you pull off trying to become a pro player, and then later actually becoming a pro player? Like, give us that background and how you found a team or they found you. Give us a little bit of insight.
Sure. I think things developed naturally from when I started playing in tournaments. The first tournament I ever got streamed in, I actually beat Double Os like the second to last round before qualifying, and so we ended up staying in touch because it was a really good game. We were both playing like control decks in a very aggro-heavy meta, so we chatted a lot. He invited me to Tuesday Night Hype. I got top 4 there. Hung out with Vicious Syndicate, eventually joined. In terms of like pro, I think it's a matter of I just push myself to get good at the games I play. I don't do so much of the casually play lots of thing games. If like I see opportunities for myself to learn more about the game and improve, I just keep pushing myself. So I would like play in every qualifier, like take notes on my play, try to find good people to practice with. What led to me actually doing this full time was the fact that 2 months were left at the time until last call. I wanted to give myself the best shot I could to either get through to regionals or like either get through to regionals by points or like do well in last call just via practice. But also I was getting a little bored of my software job. A lot of the senior people had left, and I sort of felt like the tasks I was being asked to take on were too administrative and less like learning.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fairly young. I think what I want out of a software job is at this point a really strong mentorship structure, and I wasn't getting that. So the timing had lined up really well.
Oh, that's good. And so talking about, you've already mentioned some of your accomplishments as far as some of the tournaments. Is there something that you would like to be, something notable that you would like to be known for as far as your accomplishments, I should say?
I'm happy with my consistency. I think like there's a tendency among amateur players to show up in one thing and then disappear, and I'm happy with the fact that I've like got multiple top hundreds, that I've been to, that I won an ONOG qualifier, that I made it through the assembly qualifier. I'm certainly still looking for like a breakout major tournament win, but I've been through a lot of qualifiers successfully, and I think that's worth being proud of on its own.
Cool. And then also speaking about like what about your accomplishments, what are your short-term and long-term goals then with tournaments? Like, I know how are you going to get to where your goals are? Like, what is your plan?
I'll be going to DreamHack Winter at the end of November, so I'm going to spend a lot of time and effort preparing for that. I'd like to hit top 4 in a major tournament. That's quite ambitious, but the most I could do is like keep practicing, keep reviewing my plays, keep discussing with good players, and like finding myself avenues to improve. So I guess a short-term goal is like top 4 at a major, and then a long-term goal is just make more of a name for myself in the competitive scene.
Nice. Kevin, Cora, do you have any questions you want to jump in with?
Yeah, I do actually. So you went to Yale, did you? Yeah? Went to
Indeed.
Yale. Very intelligent. There was recently a very successful Jeopardy competitor who I know also went to Yale. I was just wondering if maybe you're associated with him somehow.
Yeah, he's a good friend of mine here in DC. We hang out all the time. Wonderful, wonderful person. One of the nicest people you'll ever meet. Like, also, this didn't come up on Jeopardy because I think Jeopardy doesn't want to play up the Jeopardy Quiz Bowl Association, but him and one other person won all of the national Quiz Bowl titles between the two of them for the 4 years they were both in college.
No, I just asked this question because this guy's hysterical. Like if you need to go look up some of his videos. I forget offhand what his name is. What's his
Matt
name?
Jackson.
Matt Jackson. He is just the funniest. Oh man, his run was awesome. He won like 13 games, and I'm a trivia loser, and it was just he was hysterical. So you guys should go check him out if you like Jeopardy. It's pretty cool. He won like $300,000.
Yeah.
400.
$400,000. You know, just throw an extra 100K on there, like no big deal.
Plus, we have the Tournament of Champions coming up in about a week.
Holy crap!
In a week, wow.
November 9th, mark your calendars.
I'm gonna watch it.
Excellent.
Kevin, do you have any quick ones? No?
No, I'm good.
All right, so
I'm too excited for this next part.
yeah. Well, okay, I'm gonna ask this last question here. So, we know that you're part of a Vicious Syndicate, and for those who haven't listened to us before or new to the Twitch chat, explain what it's like to be on a pro team and like what your role is and how that goes. Just explain it a little bit more in detail, since we haven't really gone over it with Cora in a while.
Sure. It's great having a community of fellow pros who care about the same things I do. People you can bounce deck ideas off, thoughts on the meta. There were a bunch of efforts whenever one of our members made it far in a tournament, we'd all like get together to do research on his opponents, try and prepare them. So it's just like a steady group there that you can work with regularly. And getting to know people's different expertises and like being able to help each other out is really nice.
I'm sure it's even outside of the team too. That I mean, you're talking about Phone Tap, you're helping him with his endeavors. So it's kind of cool to be a part of a community and always to have someone there to help you out. So that's pretty cool part of being on a pro team. All right, shall we go ahead and go into the next section? So we know what it's talking. So this basically, whenever we have a guest on the show, we're going to have 3 different portions. We're going to have our normal questions section, then we're going to have a quickfire section, and then we're going to have our standard same questions for every interview. So the quickfire questions is going to be me asking questions they don't know. So I've actually accumulated these questions outside of this, and it may be different every time, but usually yes or no or real quick questions. The point is to be quick through this. Are you ready for this, Shupe?
Right. Yep.
All right, here we go. Salt or pepper?
Pepper.
Morning, noon, or night?
Night.
How do you like your steak?
Medium.
What was the last film you saw?
The Martian.
If you could live anywhere, where would it be?
San Francisco.
What did you eat for breakfast?
Nothing.
What kind of car do you drive?
I don't drive.
Oh, weapon choice.
Quarterstaff.
Gold or silver?
Gold.
Where were you born?
Maryland.
Oh, what's your date of birth?
September 19th.
And your mother's maiden? No, don't. that's the end of it.
Yeah.
Social security number.
Yeah.
Account number.
So that was our quick fire section. What did you guys think?
Questions.
All right, now I'm doxable. Wonderful.
All right. So the next section is
There's maybe
yeah. So the next section is going to be like the same 3 questions we're going to ask everyone. It's very thoughtful questions. Just kind of tell us your thought process. It could be easy. It could be something very hard to kind of go over. So first one is if you could have any game with you. So basically, let me set the scene. So there's an apocalypse, and you're the last man on Earth. Well, if you were to have one game, what game would you have with you? What would you choose to have with you during this apocalypse where you're just here on Earth but alone?
So my thought process is first thinking about chess, but I already know chess fairly well, and I'm not sure I would want to spend so much time getting down in the weeds and like learning the real like nitty-gritty details that are different between like expert and grandmaster. So something similar to chess, but that I don't already know. So probably Go.
All right. And if you were the last man on Earth, who would be the last woman on Earth with you?
So, like,
You don't say
I'm not gonna
Cora,
name-
she's gonna be mad at you.
I'm not gonna name
I'll
names
lose.
because that. I'm not gonna name names because that feels weird. But I have like a few female friends in mind who I could just like have conversations with about anything from like the weird indie rock I love to computer science to the future of the future of artificial intelligence to like
Okay.
all that fun
So
stuff.
so you decided not to go the
Cora, correct.
you decided not to go the celebrity route.
Okay.
You went with someone that you knew that you already know and you have a lot of things in common with. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you don't have to mention name. That's fine. You can answer these any way you want. And the last one here, if you could speak with anyone, dead or alive, who would you want to have that conversation with?
This is
tough.
actually really hard.
That's
I
a
don't
hard
know-
question.
That's a very thoughtful, yeah.
I don't know who I want information from at this point. There are, I don't know, maybe Turing? Like, brilliant computer scientist, life unfairly cut short, like, would probably have interesting things to say about the modern state of the field, and is also brilliant, so would probably be good to talk to.
That is the right answer.
If anyone saw the Imitation Game, which I hated with a fiery passion, I like don't buy that caricature of him. I think he would be much more interesting than that.
I like that answer. That's some I can't think of anyone off the top of my head right now, but it would be somebody who had a short life that would be very interesting to have a conversation with, as far as if they're around now, or if, I don't know. It's very something that everyone's going to give a different answer for. So I liked including that for one of our consistent questions. All right, so we have another section. We normally go through emails. Bless you. We normally go through emails, but we didn't have any, so we do want to go over something specific here. Let's go into our email section.
We're gonna rock the foundations of the world, baby!
All right, so we wanted to, first of all, if you do have emails, send them in to coinconcede@gmail.com. We do need emails every now and again. It seems like every other week we get emails, and we'll get a couple at the same time. So hopefully we're more consistent with that. But let's go ahead and talk about Esports Hero, esportshero.com. I know that some of us have more experience than the others. I actually picked it up. It seems really cool. I don't have a lot of time myself to partake in it, but I may be willing to kind of like bout matches. Well, first of all, Shupe, why don't you tell us about Esports Hero, what it's about? I know you're on there.
Sure. So broadly, it's a site where you can play against strangers or friends or anyone who happens to be on there, and you can wager coins, like on the results of matches. You submit the evidence, you claim victory, you get a bunch of coins. I like it as a way to find matches that still matter while you're not playing tournaments, a way to like translate, hey, I have a good idea for a lineup, but there are no tournaments right now, into like some real winnings.
Or maybe even practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I was going to mention was I actually don't have much time to consistently play out a tournament style setting. I am a father. I don't know if you knew that, but I have commitments that I can't really commit to doing this on my side, but I may put in my coins towards other people that are playing. So make the pot a little bit bigger and maybe watch them through their match. I know Faramir's on there a lot, so he's very vocal on Twitch, and he'll pretty much play anyone, no matter who it is. And that's what's up. What's kind of fun is to do whatever you want with your coins, whether you play it, put your money where your mouth is, or you could actually support other people as well. I mean, maybe your favorite streamer, your favorite tournament player, whoever it may be. But I think one of the cool things about this is people that are aspiring to be part of a like a professional team. They can actually use this to help them out as far as showing how well they're doing, but also make some money on the side if they, depends on how much they're into it. But it's a good thing that other people can see how well you do in the game. And this could be any game. It could be Hearthstone. It could be Heroes of the Storm. It could be Counter-Strike. It could be anything really. I'm throwing out games, and I'm not sure what the specifics are, but
I was gonna say, I wonder how that works.
You could probably play chess too.
I only did it once with Cora. Thanks for the 3-win, Cora. By the way.
Welcome. It didn't even take on the site. The site was buggy that day. And Kevin won all of the pride.
I told her I was trying to give her free coins, but she lost.
And I still lost. He was playing like Gelman Mechatork in Druid.
I played the most troll things I could think of, Cora. Come on.
Kevin, it's been a rough month for me. You know that. You know
I
this.
just like pushing the buttons, that.
Yeah. Whatever. It's okay.
Good times.
So yeah, something else I wanted to mention. They were nice enough to work with us and our live show. Basically, I approached them about it since we are mentioning it on the show. They did give us a code to hand out for those that are live, and there might be enough for even our podcast listeners. So definitely go check it out. Go to esportshero.com. And if you type in, if you go towards, after you create your profile and get everything set up, you can actually click on your coins, and under the redemption area, there's a little link that says redeem your code here. And on here, you can click to redeem our code, which is Coin Concede Live, which is all one word, lowercase, Coin Concede Live. So go ahead and get that started. You could also get some coins, some free coins for going through the Learning Center and checking out how everything works. So they'll give you like another small donation there as well. But yeah, go ahead and invite your friends, set up your profile, and start playing. Also, there is going to be, if you're in New York, they did, let me bring this up here on the stream as well. They did bring up a New York BlizzCon viewing party. You'll see it coming up on stream in a little bit. Basically, it's a viewing party where you can go to Blackguard's Pub on 8 West 38th Street in New York, between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. on Saturday, November 7th. They'll be hosting a BlizzCon viewing party. So if you're in the area, go ahead and go check it out. You can see the flyer on stream. We'll try and add it to the show notes as well. Cool. Anything else you guys want to say about Esports Hero?
It's a fun little site. Low stakes betting on gaming is something that I'm glad that someone finally made a website to accommodate that, because it's a lot of fun. It's a good time.
Yeah, I like it. It's not like
points. Try it out. It's a good time.
It's not like fantasy where you have to like really be involved and know all your stuff and then keep track of everything. It's sort of just like, even like spur of the moment, like, hey, I want to play a match. Let's do a best of 5 and might as well put $4 on the table. Like, make it worth a little something. It's really fun.
Cool. All right, so we'll go ahead and get ready to end the show here. Let's go through some of our thank yous and everything. So tune in next week. We actually are going back to Wednesday. We just changed to Thursday this week. So Wednesday, November 4th at 8 p.m. PST, we'll have another live show. This time we're going to actually have Deckies as our special guest for the show. So definitely come up with some questions you may want to ask us or have us ask him on the show. Also...
Shaman God.
Shaman God.
If you have shaman questions, this is the time to ask.
Which is funny because he played against Pin Ping Ho on in the qualifier and ended up losing to him.
It's interesting. He actually kind of ditched the mid-range shaman based on what he told me, but like back in the day, like a couple months ago and previous to that, he like kept believing in shaman even though everyone else gave up. And had a lot of success with it, so he knows his stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to get to talk to him next week. We'll dive into some of those questions you may have for him. We also wanted to announce the launch of our Patreon page. We launched it a while ago. I've been posting our shows on there. Basically, if you don't know what a Patreon is, if you go to www.patreon.com/coinconcede, you'll see it's a way for you to help us out. We had a couple of people ask us if there's any way we can help you out, let us know. Well, this is a way for you to be able to help us out directly. We have a couple of goals set up here on the Patreon site. Basically, anything that you can donate. It is monthly as of right now. I don't expect to change it per episode, but usually it's monthly, and you can set a limit. So if it reaches above a certain amount, above $5 or whatever you want to donate, then it won't ever go above that per month, which is a nice little thing for it. We'll try and make a video for it going forward. I haven't talked to Cora or Kevin about it, but yeah, go check it out. And if you definitely want to help support us, we could definitely upgrade some mics or other technical things with our podcast. So yeah, check it out. Kevin, do you want to go ahead and mention or thank our first international review on iTunes?
Yeah, we got an international review from Dash Dollars. So.
From Canada. It's funny that I never think of international as Canada, but I guess it is.
Yeah, it does feel weird.
It counts. You need a passport.
He's Canadian, so that must mean he's better at Hearthstone than we are.
Aw.
Shots fired to USA.
All I gotta say is sorry.
I'm from the USA and I'm a girl, Kevin.
All right, and Cora, do you want to go ahead and thank the Stitcher reviews? We got a couple this week.
Yeah, thank you to Pimplimp and Nakaruno for the reviews.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Keep them coming. It does help us out. Definitely good for feedback, but also for helping people find our show. Let's go ahead and I'll go ahead and thank the DRC, our Death Rattle crew, for sending in the intro clip for our show this week. We love those guys. They had Cora over there as a guest. And we love them. We may try and do something with them down the road. We're in talks, but we'll see. Also, thanks to Stefan for letting us use his cover for our intro and outro music. You can find his YouTube channel on our show notes. And thanks to Zoe Zazu for creating our logo, which you see on our lovely live stream here. And for our podcast logo. So that's thank you so much. You can find her at Zoe Zazu on Twitter. You can catch our blog posts at www.coinconcede along with our .com along with our show notes. And let's see here. Yeah, follow us on Twitter at CoinConcede and like and share our Facebook page at facebook.com/CoinConcede. Shout outs. I'll go first. Shout out to Andrew from Villains Chosen. for helping me out, along with Shelby and Jimmy, my friend Jimmy from high school. He just started a Hearthstone podcast about Overwatch with John from Well-Met and Kevin from Well-Met. So you can check them out there. But they helped me set up the videos and get that situated, figure out how to get this done. Everything is on a Mac and with one screen. I don't have a dual monitor, so it took a lot of time of getting everything cropped and done. So thanks to them. And also for Spiver for helping me with some of the Twitch setup. He's from 1600 Dust, so thank you much, man. He's very helpful and would help me out at the drop of a hat. So shout out to you guys. Cora, you want to give a shout out to anybody?
I'm gonna give a shout out to Shupe, my lovely teammate, for guest hosting with us today. Thanks for being our first ever live show guest, and for enduring Kenny's rapid interview question.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No worries. Thank you all for having me.
Yay, Shupe.
Shoop, you want to give any shout outs?
Shout out to Vicious Syndicate, to you all for having me, and to the rest of the team for just being there and supporting me throughout my Hearthstone career.
Cool, thanks. And Kevin, how about you?
Probably just to LBYS for showing me the light with Freeze Mage. That's about it.
I'm still waiting for Kevin to show me the light with Priest, but we'll see that day eventually.
Yeah.
One day.
One day.
All right, so Cora, where can people find you?
Yeah, you guys can always find me on Twitter at @VS_CG Songbird. And then you can always follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Sage Cora. I've been in the chat a little bit, so. Oh, I finally got the mod sword. Yes. It's a good day.
You've had it from since Kevin had his.
I didn't see it. Well, it's still surprising. I'm very happy.
All right, and Kevin, where can people find you?
Same as always, Twitter at Kevin Cookies. I'm trying to be a little more active, but we're doing our best. And twitch.tv/Kevin_cookies. I lurk, so if you ever see my name, feel free to say hi.
Great, and Shupe, where can people find you?
On Twitter, I am Shupe_HS, and on Twitch, I am Shupe22. I do stream, so come check me out.
So yeah, I do want to mention on stream, his Twitter is not SH, but HS. That's my fault. So Shupe_HS. Other than that, yeah, you can follow me at KCCO_gamer on Twitter. And then on Twitch, you can find me at also KCCO_gamer, twitch.tv/KCCO_gamer. I believe that's it for our show. Thank you very much for coming on our show today, Shupe. We do appreciate it. It was kind of last minute, but we thank you. I know you took time out of your day and you canceled some plans. You know, we do appreciate it. Thank you very much.
It's been lovely to be here. Thank you all for having me.
Thanks. And then also, I just want to say, keep calm and chive on. And until then, coin concede.
Coin concede.
Coin concede.
Coin concede.
You have bested.
Choose death!
You win this one.
I concede.
You win!
This time.
Well fought. I concede. You win this one, friend.
The victory is yours.
I give.